Hello and welcome to this assembly with your servant Yahuwah Soya, and I'm going to continue on this series that I've entitled Redline. Now, I had a lot of fun on the last episode, forgive me, but this is just way too funny not to have fun with it, so I'm going to get a little more serious now and continue on in chapter 30. We last left off in chapter 29 where Leah was popping out child after child over who knows how many years and her sister Raquel was barren. So before I pick it up, I'm going to thank the Father. Thank you, Yahuwah, for being the only El in heaven and below who is worthy of our praise. In the name of your son, Yahushua, let's continue on chapter 30, verse 1. And when Raquel saw that she bore Yaakov no children, Raquel envied her sister. And she said unto El Yaakov, give me children, or else I die. All right, that was a little dramatic, but imagine how she felt. She saw her sister, having all these children, being a mom and being glorious, and she had no children. Raquel envied her sister because she coveted what she had. Also, Leah was being obedient to follow the commandment of Yahuwah. She multiplied Yaakov. Was it wrong for her to covet what her sister had? Yes. Instead, she should only want it to be honorable to her man and do the will of Yahuwah. That was, she should only have wanted to be honorable to her man and do the will of Yahuwah. Verse 2, and Yaakov's anger was kindled against Raquel. And he said, am I in Elohim's stead? Who has withheld from you the fruit of the womb? Raquel was causing discontentment in his otherwise happy home, in Yaakov's happy home. He was going to and fro between her and her sister, and Leah was producing offspring after offspring. Why would he want anyone to mess that up? He was working hard. Okay, I said I was going to be serious, so let me start having fun. But, he was working to build up his generations, to build up his descendants. And Raquel wasn't helping the flow, at least between he and Leah, with all her anger, with her being upset, her jealousy. She wasn't helping. So he was upset with her. All right. Verses 3 and 4. And she said, behold my maid Bilhah, go in unto her, and she shall bear upon my knees, that I may also have children by her. And she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to be his woman. And Yaakov went in unto her. Of course he did. All right. I'm breaking my word. I'm going to have fun with this because this is just too funny. She was speaking his language. Add another woman to the list. Again, where did he get the energy from? I'm looking at this. Now he got 3 women. Where did he get the energy from? And we don't know how her handmaid felt about this situation. We don't know that. Bilhah was, she was a servant, borderline slave, if not a slave, whatever the situation was for a handmaid. But essentially she had to do what her woman told her. And what her woman told her was, you're going to be my man's woman. She that was her. That's what her duty was. So she did it, and he obviously did it. That was that. Yaakov was fine with it, to say the least. Verses 5 and 6. And Bilhah conceived, and bore Yaakov a son. And Rachel said, Elohim has judged me, and has also heard my voice, and has given me a son. Therefore called she his name Dan. Now, in a way, you could say that Bilhah was a surrogate mother. Her and Yaakov did the thing, but as far as Raquel was concerned, she was a surrogate mother. She wasn't the real mother, she was. So she turned into Sarah and get very jealous and hateful. She now has a son. And Bilhah was just there, just I don't know, something for Yaakov to play with. I don't know. I don't know how she looked at it, but I'm sure Yaakov didn't mind either way. Now he had 3 women. Oh, okay, I'm just leave that alone. All right, verse 7. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again, and bore Yaakov a second son. All right, we don't know how many children Leah bare for Yaakov. We do know she had 4 sons. Now, after Rachel has given her handmaid Bilhah to him, he has 2 more sons. Now, let's just look at this. In at least 6 years, probably at least 7 years, he's had 6 sons. As I stated before, scriptures are really good about, or bad about, however you want to look at it, about not mentioning the birth of females. So there could have been several females born to both Leah and Bilhah, but we don't know about them. So this could have been a 15-year period. Yaakov was busy. I don't know if I could have did that. That's a lot of work. Imagine all the gossiping, and they had to talk with each other. Well, then again, they may not have had time. Yaakov kept them busy. All right, verse 8. And Rachel said, oh, hold on. I forgot to mention that Yaakov had his work cut out. He had to keep up with 3 women now. He was now going in unto Leah, Rachel, who still could not conceive, and now Bilhah. He was busy. How did he manage all these women and do his uncle's work? And what was the priority of each woman? Was Rachel first, then Bilhah, then Leah? Were they all in the same bed, in the same room? How was this? What was the situation here? This is real interesting. This is probably the best sitcom, soap opera, real life TV. This was some interesting stuff here. All right, verse 8. And Rachel said, with great wrestlings have I wrestled with my sister, and I have prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali. This is curious wording. How did they wrestle? Was the struggle over keeping Yaakov in their individual beds, or was it more of a position type of thing where she felt like she was better than her sister somehow? Was it self-gratification that now she had 2 children by her handmaid, and that really wasn't her. She still wanted her own. All right, verses 9 through 13. When Leah saw that she had left bearing, she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her Yaakov to be his woman. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bore Yaakov a son. And Leah said, a troop comes. And she called his name Gad. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bore Yaakov a second son. And Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher. I think the daughters are going to call Yaakov blessed. This dude got 4 women. And now his first woman, though she wasn't part of his plan, now she's giving him her handmaid. And she's giving him 2 sons too. So we're up to 8 here. All right, 8 sons. And again, who knows how many daughters? If there were daughters born at this time, there could have been. So at minimum, this was about an 8 to 9 year period, or 8 to 10 year period, where he's going in to 4 women and still having to do the work for his uncle, for his mother's brother. And who knows what that was? They normally got up at just before sunup and started working. So, and the work day ended at night when it turned dark. So this dude was busy. I don't know how he did it. 4 women. I don't know. Yaakov said, happy was he. This guy has 4 women, 2 of whom is throwing themselves and their enslaved women, handmaids, at him. And he is accepting willingly. He is literally and figuratively up to the challenge. He is pumping out an army, literally. We only hear of the sons born to him. How many daughters were born to him? This guy is awesome. I'm going to leave it at that. Verse 14. And Reuven went in the days of wheat harvest and found mandrakes in the field and brought them unto his mother Leah. Then Rachel said to Leah, give me, I pray you, of your son's mandrakes. Now, Rachel obviously is paying attention to what's going on both between her and Bilhah and Yaakov, as well as Leah, Zilpah, and Yaakov. And she's watching all the individual interactions and going on as well. And she saw that Reuven had went and got some mandrakes. Now, I don't know what a mandrake is at this particular time. I'm going to have to look that up. I know it's some kind of plant, but other than that, I don't know what kind. She wanted those mandrakes. So I think she's about to make a deal, if she can. All right, verses 15 through 20. And she said unto her, is it a small matter that you have taken my man? And would you take away my son's mandrakes also? And Rachel said, therefore, he shall lie with you tonight for your son's mandrakes. And Yaakov came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to meet him and said, you must come in unto me, for surely I have hired you with my son's mandrakes. And he lay with her that night. And Elohim hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bore Yaakov the 5th son. And Leah said, Elohim has given me my hire, because I have given my maiden to my man. And she called his name Yishakar. And Leah conceived again, and bore Yaakov the 6th son. And Leah said, Elohim has endued me with a good dowry. Now will my man dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons. And she called his name Zebulun. Of course he lay with her. I don't know what he didn't see in her eyes, if her face, her body, whatever attraction-wise was wrong, she made up for it in bed. And she made up for it again and again. And he was quite appreciative of that. This is eerily reminiscent of what happened with Yaakov and Esau. The only difference is instead of a birthright, sex was the commodity being purchased. Rachel received the payment, but Yaakov and Leah were the beneficiaries. I'm gonna leave all that alone. It speaks for itself. You know, how do you pimp out your man? I don't to his own woman. How you rent him out? I don't know. This is beyond my expertise. You know, we need a pimp in here to sort this out for me because I can't keep up. All right, and in keeping up, I'm gonna pick this up on the next episode because this is just way too much. And I hope you enjoyed this good day. Hope that you have had ears to hear, eyes to see, and see the things that I just couldn't keep up with. In the name of the Father, you know, the name of the Son, Yahushua. Be blessed and enjoy this good day. I'll see you next time.